Welcome to AI in Marketing. I am your host and news curator Stan Bertolo from Nitro Marketing. You will find links to all the stories mentioned in this episode in the show notes.
Hi everyone, I'm Maya.
And I'm Daniel. Today is Monday, July 20th, and we've got a packed episode for you.
Daniel, it seems like political candidates are getting more concerned about how AI chatbots portray them. What's going on there?
That's right, Maya. Political candidates are increasingly worried about AI chatbots providing incomplete or inaccurate information about them. For instance, Dustin Lloyd, a Democratic primary candidate in Missouri, found that chatbots like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini didn't have detailed information about his campaign, especially his focus on supporting small businesses.
So how did Lloyd address this issue?
He enhanced his online presence by updating his campaign website with a Q&A section. This helped chatbots better reflect his policy positions. It's part of a growing industry known as answer engine optimization, or AEO, which aims to influence AI-generated content.
And there are tools to help with this, right?
Yes, tools like Campsite, launched by the Run for Something Action Fund, assist candidates in optimizing their digital footprint to ensure accurate representation by AI. However, the rapid evolution of large language models makes it challenging to control the information they disseminate.
That sounds like a double-edged sword. There's also concern about misinformation, isn't there?
Exactly. There's a risk of AI spreading misinformation, as seen in an experiment where chatbots provided inaccurate details about Scotland's parliamentary election. With an estimated 16 million voters relying on AI for election information, the influence of chatbots is expected to grow, and experts warn about potential exploitation by foreign actors and disinformation campaigns.
Moving on, there's a significant threat posed by blind trust in AI systems. What are the concerns here?
The article from Dark Reading highlights that while AI offers numerous benefits, uncritical acceptance of its outputs can lead to severe consequences. Over-reliance on AI without proper understanding or oversight can result in flawed decision-making, particularly in critical sectors like healthcare, finance, and security.
So, what's the suggested approach to mitigate these risks?
The article suggests maintaining a healthy skepticism and ensuring robust validation processes to verify AI outputs. Transparency in AI algorithms is crucial to foster trust and accountability. It also calls for a balanced approach, integrating human oversight in AI operations to mitigate risks.
And education plays a role too, right?
Absolutely. Comprehensive education and training for those involved in AI deployment are essential to fully understand its limitations and capabilities. By fostering a culture of critical evaluation and continuous monitoring, the risks associated with blind trust in AI can be significantly reduced.
Now, let's talk about Australia. They're introducing new AI regulations. What's the focus there?
The Australian government is set to introduce stringent regulations on the use of AI in automated decision-making within government departments and agencies. This is part of a broader national plan to enhance consumer protections, workplace safety, and privacy.
Who's leading this initiative?
The Attorney General, Michelle Rowland, is spearheading the development of these rules, while Communications Minister Annika Wells is advancing legislation for a digital duty of care. This legislation will require AI companies to incorporate safety features and proactively address potential harms.
And there's more to it.
Yes, a second round of privacy law reforms is planned to modernize personal data protection laws. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced the establishment of a new Office of AI within his department, aiming for a comprehensive government approach to managing AI opportunities.
Let's shift gears to AI censorship and restrictive regimes. What's the latest there?
A report from Meta's Oversight Board reveals that large language models from major AI companies respond inconsistently to politically sensitive questions, especially in countries with restricted speech, like China, Thailand, and Saudi Arabia.
How do these models handle such questions?
The study found that AI models often discourage protest and fail to provide consistent explanations for their responses. For example, Google's Gemini Pro 3 refused to create content critical of Thailand's King Rama texts, citing lèse majesté laws.
That's concerning. What are the implications?
The report suggests that AI companies need to be transparent about how their models handle government demands for content restrictions. There's a warning that AI behavior could extend censorship beyond oppressive regimes' borders, acting as a force multiplier for digital authoritarianism.
Now, let's talk about how AI is transforming advertising strategies. What's happening in that space?
In 2026, advertising has evolved significantly, with brands focusing on relevance, timing, creativity, and understanding customer expectations. AI plays a crucial role in enhancing campaign analysis and personalizing experiences.
But storytelling is still important, right?
Absolutely. Authentic storytelling remains vital for connecting with audiences. A significant shift is seen as 80% of media buyers explore generative AI for media planning. Marketers are investing in first-party data, AI tools, creator partnerships, and content that provides value before prompting purchases.
How are privacy concerns being addressed?
Privacy concerns are reshaping data collection, with brands prioritizing loyalty programs and direct interactions over third-party cookies. This shift enhances customer confidence and personalizes advertising.
Let's discuss AI bias in Ontario jails. What's the issue there?
An investigation by The Breach and a class action lawsuit allege that an AI tool used in Ontario jails is disproportionately placing Black prisoners in maximum security conditions. The tool, known as SAFER, assigns risk scores based on factors like arrest and disciplinary history.
And what did the analysis reveal?
University of Toronto criminologist Scott Wortley's analysis showed that Black individuals, who make up about 5% of Ontario's population, accounted for nearly 27% of maximum security prisoners between 2022 and 2025. In contrast, white individuals were underrepresented in this category.
Were there any mitigation measures?
While Ontario adopted mitigation measures for Indigenous prisoners, similar safeguards were not extended to Black prisoners. Internal ministry documents acknowledged that assessments like SAFER could contribute to the overrepresentation of Indigenous and racialized individuals in maximum security.
Finally, there's a debate over open source AI. What's at stake here?
Venture capitalist Chamath Palihapitiya warns that restricting open source AI in the United States could lead to significant economic disadvantages for American companies. He argues that such restrictions would force these firms to pay substantially more for AI capabilities compared to their foreign competitors.
And what are the broader implications?
The debate highlights a divide between those advocating for unrestricted AI models to maintain competitiveness and policymakers worried about security risks. This tension remains unresolved as the industry continues to navigate these complex issues.
That's a lot to consider. We'll pause here for now. So, let's dive into Dave Eggers' critique of AI writing tools. He recently spoke at OpenAI's offices, and it was quite a talk.
That's right. Eggers was invited by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman to share his thoughts. He argued that AI writing tools like ChatGPT could undermine education. His main concern is that these tools allow students to bypass learning critical thinking and writing skills.
It seems like a significant critique, especially since it was delivered directly to about 200 OpenAI employees. Eggers' remarks really hit home when an employee admitted to using ChatGPT to write a poem. That must have highlighted his concerns about AI replacing human creativity.
Absolutely. And what's interesting is that OpenAI staff defended Altman's decision to invite Eggers. They see it as a strength to engage with external feedback, even when it's critical.
Eggers' talk is part of his broader campaign against generative AI, which he believes is harmful to children's education. He's been vocal about this in various interviews, urging young people not to let AI suppress their unique voices.
And he's got a lot of experience to back up his critiques, given his work with 826 National, a nonprofit supporting young writers. Eggers is also promoting his novel Contrapposto, and he's been dismissive of AI-generated writing.
It's clear that Eggers is passionate about preserving human creativity and education. His concerns definitely add an important perspective to the ongoing conversation about AI's role in our lives.
Moving on to our next topic. A humanoid robotics company is preparing to go public. This is a big step for the company, but the CEO is managing expectations about when we'll see robots in our homes.
That's right. While there's a lot of excitement about the potential of humanoid robots, the CEO emphasized that there are still significant technological and logistical challenges to overcome before they become commonplace in domestic settings.
The company is focusing on refining its technology to ensure reliability and functionality in various environments. The public offering is expected to provide the necessary resources to accelerate development.
But the CEO is cautious about predicting a specific timeline for when consumers might actually have these robots in their homes. It's a complex path that requires careful navigation of both technical hurdles and market demands.
They're also exploring various applications for their technology, including industrial and commercial uses. It seems like they're committed to advancing their technology, but they're being realistic about the challenges ahead.
It's an exciting time for robotics, but as with any emerging technology, it's important to manage expectations and understand the complexities involved.
Absolutely. And with that, we've covered some fascinating developments today. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes, thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.
Thank you for tuning in to AI and Marketing. If you want to learn more, check out the episode description. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Contact us to learn how to launch your own AI-generated podcast at nitromarketing.com. That's NYTRO marketing.com. See you tomorrow for more AI and tech news.